logical proof of angle sum property of a triangle. So let's go into the video. So the statement says sum of the three angles of a triangle is equal to 180 degree, which we had learned in our last video. So I just repeat it and just state it on the board. The sum of three angles. The sum of three angles of a triangle is equal to 180 degree. So this is the statement which we are going to prove it today. So this statement we can call it as a theorem which we are going to give a logical proof. So how do we do that logical proof? Means we are not going to measure it. We have to use the logic. Logic means connectivity. So here we are going to use some axioms and postulates which was given by the Euclid. So axioms and postulates are the statements which are true, okay, which are true for all the situations. So using those axioms and postulates, we are going to prove a theorem. So that logical proof, as we can see it now. So statement is ready. So just see that the sum of three angles of a triangle is equal to 180 degree. That means three angles of a triangle is given already. So let's draw a triangle. So I'm drawing a rough triangle here. So let us name it as A, B, C. Fine. So the three angles are ready. So let me give it as 1, 2 and 3. Fine. So here, so what is it we are going to prove here? What is given first of all? Given is data. So triangle ABC. ABC is a triangle. Fine. Angle A, angle B, angle C are the three angles. Oh, next, this is what is given in the statement. Fine. Next one, so what is it we are going to prove? To prove, so we have to prove that angle A, B and C, all the three angles, is the sum of all the three angles is equal to 180 degree. So that is angle 1 plus angle 2 plus angle 3 is equal to 180 degree. So here you can just write as angle 1, 2, 3 or angle A, angle B plus angle C. So anything you can write. So this is what we are going to prove today. So let's see what is the requirement for this triangle to prove this theorem. Okay, just observe this line. Okay, let us assume this is a line. So you'll be knowing the angles in a straight line is equal to 180 degree, right? So let us fold it in the form of a triangle. Yes. So you can observe here, straight angle, straight line has been formed into triangle. That means 180 degree has been distributed in all these three angles, right? So that means we require a line. We require a line to prove this theorem. So that is what we are going to construct. Fine. So let us do that. Okay. So construction, we require a line. Draw a line. Draw a line. Where should we draw? That is important. You can draw it on any vertex. So I show it here. So here you can observe the same triangle have been drawn here. A, B, C is a triangle and EF. EF is a line drawn parallel to BC at the vertex A. Fine. You can just draw this parallel line at any vertex. Fine. And you'll be knowing what are parallel lines. Parallel lines which do not meet each other, and the distance between them is always same. So here EF and BC are the two parallel lines. So here the line has been drawn here on the vertex A. You have to use the scale, and this is E and F. Fine. So we require a line. So that line is, draw a line EF, and it is this. So draw a line EF. It can be called as line segment also. Draw a line segment EF at the vertex A and parallel to BC. Fine. So we are going to draw. We have drawn a line EF at the point A, which is parallel to BC. So now the climax of this video, it is proof. So we are going to prove prove this. Okay, fine. So let's prove that. So proof of the theorem goes like this. First of all, just observe here. After drawing a line, parallel line, so you can observe so many angles are formed. Yes, two more angles. That is, angle 4 is between here EAB. Yes, so angle EAB is equal to 4. I have given is 4, and FAC is equal to 5. Yes, so here, so two more angles are formed already. So just let us see. So angle 4, what is the relationship between angle 4 and angle 2? Just observe here. Just carefully observe this. Only this line AB. Now AB is called as a transversal, and BC and EF are the parallel lines. So whenever transversal cuts the parallel line, so alternate angles are formed. Yes. So those alternate angles are equal. So that is angle 4 is equal to angle 2, since EF is parallel to BC and these are called alternate angles. Similarly, just observe. You can just give these angles. That is angle 5 and angle 3. Just observe only this. Now AC is the transversal over BC and EF, right? So 5 and 3 are equal. So which is in Z shape, the reverse of Z, and here also Z shape. Fine. So that you can remember the alternate angles. That is angle 5. Angle 5 is equal to angle 3. So which is equal to same reason. EF is parallel to BC, and here AB is the transversal. AB is the transversal. And here AC is the transversal. Fine. Same reason it is alternate angles. Alternate angles are formed when two parallel lines are cut with the transversal line. Alternate angles. Fine. They are equal, of course. So here I can just name it as angle 1, and this is as equation number 2. Fine. Now just observe here. AB is a straight line, and at the point C one more line has formed. That is CD. Now CD is called as a common arm, and at the point C is also called as a common vertex. So these angles, so DCB and DCA are called as the linear pair. Okay, so they are also equals to 180 degree. Fine. So here, so just you can see here, if one angle decreases, see the gap is decreasing here, whereas angle is increasing here. So this is called as the linear pair. Fine. So using this concept, we are going to prove once again that. So just observe here, similar to here, angle 4 plus angle 1 and angle 5 is equal to 180 degree. The reason is you have understood. So it is angle 5 is equal to 180 degree. The reason is linear pair. Fine. So just observe here. Instead of 4, we can just write it as angle 2. Yes. It's angle 1 as it is plus angle 5. Angle 5 we can write it as angle 3. So which is equal to 180 degree. Just recollect. So what we are supposed to prove? Angle 1, angle 2 and angle 3. The sum of all the three angles is equal to 180 degree. So hence we have proved it logically. Fine. So this is how we have to learn the logical proof of the theorems without by hearting. So you need to understand the concepts clearly. If you feel this video is useful for you, just like, share and comment, and also subscribe. So I have a question for you. So here look at this. 70 degree, 80 degree and 40 degree. Is this measurement can form a triangle? Just put your valuable comments on the comments box, and don't forget to click on to the bell icon. Thank you. Have a nice day.